Hello, Monday viewers. Thanks for joining the Tube. We got a good one ahead of us. Here's our lineup. Windows PC has a new Trojan and it ain't looking good. Egyptian cyber army fights ISIS. Some educational gaming with the land of Venn. Feminists Fake Priest Abduction. Sony embareces with new sexist ad. The Social Watch and more. Here we go. And in our ongoing segment, someone is watching you. Computer security firm Symantec revealed yesterday that the researchers have uncovered a sophisticated malware on Windows PCs to be used globally for spying and data collection. Named Regine, the tool is a Trojan that has infected organizations and individuals' computer systems since 2008. Symantec's researchers say Regine was developed with considerable effort in making it hard to detect, track and understand its activities. Its targets have included individuals, small businesses, telecommunication firms, energy firms, airlines, research institutes, and government agencies. Who made the virus? Well, this is a question waiting to be answered. It is assumed that such a complex Trojan could only be government-sponsored, and that among countries capable of achieving such complexity are the US, China, Russia, and Israel. Yay, Israel. Okay, there is a new hacking group in cyberspace, and it's going after the Islamic State's online propaganda. Last week, less than 24 hours after ISIS social media accounts posted a threatening message from the group's leader, someone hacked the related Twitter accounts. The audio recordings of the original ISIS message was replaced with a song, and its transcript with a logo resembling that of the Egyptian military, accompanied by a writing in Arabic that reads Egyptian Cyber Army. Their goal, it appears, is to defend the current Egyptian government against any opponent, such as the Muslim Brotherhood or ISIS, according to the group, as well as experts who've been tracking it. Well, I don't know. Good luck with that one. Last week, we talked to Nathan Hall, the digital director at Penguin Books. We talked a lot about the ways in which technology can change education and how students can react and even play instead of, well, just memorizing stuff. So Mr. Hall visited Israel to look for educational startups. One such is Imagine Machine, who develops games that kids can learn from. Their latest game, The Land of Venn, is already making waves. The game is designed not only to be fun, but also to teach some geometry. Check it out before we discuss this some more.
Far, far away, where the moon rises in the day and the sun comes out at night, is the magical land of Venn. Venn plays his magical guitar for the kabooters, who protect the magic juice. The harmonies produced by Venn's music allow good to prevail over evil. A paragon lives atop the dark square root, has sent out his minions of little Buchan riders to drink the magic juice, which will in effect destroy the kabooters. You must defeat a paragon by eliminating the Buchan riders. Are you up to the task?
Yes, yes, yes! Open shade. Straight line. When you close an equilateral triangle between three Buchan riders, they will equally disintegrate. Isosceles triangle. Square.
Super cool. Okay, we're glad to have Eyal Dassar, Imagine Machine co-founder, with us here in the studio. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
So tell us a little bit about Imagine Machine. How did it all start?
It started with my daughters going to something called Democratic School, where kids can determine their own destiny. They make their own choices, they make their own learning environments. And when the iPod Touch came to the world, I think around 2010, I realized that's a great place to put content in. And it started with different initiatives. There's an artist called Hanoch Piven who created Faces I Make. You make collages from everyday objects. And then gradually we came to the Land of Venn, which basically allows kids to have fun, like with a real game, not educational app. You know, no kid like educational app. You know, kids like to play Temple Run. They like to play Angry Birds. They don't like educational games. But that's what they're given in school, right? It's better than textbooks. So we've developed a platform, a math platform, that enables the kid to have fun enable them have it's not a great word, but enable them to have
Geometry and fun are...
Geometry, yeah, it's not a sexy term, geometry. But
how does it work? How do you make it work?
Basically, it's based on a mathematician, a Dutch mathematician. His name is Van Healy. That's what's called the land of Venn. And Van Healy said, no more, when you go to school, you learn this is a triangle, this is a square, this is a rectangle. He is about building bridges of knowledge. That if you look at the picture, you won't say, oh, here's a triangle. You know how to connect dots. You know how kids play soccer? So they move the ball around in a triangle shape. But if you ask them, what is it? They have no context. They don't know it's a triangle. We want to bring them the ability to look at the world and see geometry. And they're playing the game. They're learning the curriculums from first grade to fourth grade, covering around 80% of the shapes. And it's at the moment on Apple App Store. It was the #1 app in the States for kids 6 to 8. It's been in beta around 70 schools around the world. I'm day to day in touch in Twitter with teachers around the world asking how they can participate. And it's teachers which recommend parents and parents who give, either way, a lot of people look at the iPad or the iPhone as a pacifier. Right? Or like as time wasters.
Yeah, of course.
So we say, why waste time on making cakes or, playing another temple run? Let them have fun with the land of Venn. They'll cover the math subjects that they learn either way in class. It will enrich the environment in the classroom. And they'll be able to come with more knowledge to class.
What you're saying now, many companies are trying to do. Many companies are trying to hack the field of education. What does your company offer different? What's your take?
I think, well, let's be modest. I don't know if we have the solution, but I think what we're trying to do here, is to bring the gaming environment. Because kids play games from, they're born. What we try to do is bring something called natural learning mechanism. When you're born, until you're around 7, you learn by yourself, right? You imitate your brothers or sisters. You look at the environment, you fail and try again, and then you get to first grade, and then it stops. Why? Because there are assessments, and people look at you, and you compare yourself to your peers, in numbers and stuff. And the love for math, for example, that kids have is gone.
But what about, I'll talk about the other side of the coin. What about doing the difference between playing and learning? The taking a book and actually not having fun now to learn something.
First of all, it's funny you mention it because schools were built according to in this 19th century factories, 2-year-olds with 2-year-olds, 6 with 6, getting out as batches out of the factory and make them great workers. Kids are different, we're all different. I don't study the way you study. Kids go to class and they have 2 kids, both of them are 6-year-old, one gets the knowledge, one doesn't, right? So why should they learn the same way? If we have the ability to learn in the 21st century tools, why not bring it to them through the class, which is at the moment 19th century tool? That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to put the 2 worlds together. Imagine a kid playing the Xbox or the PlayStation, but playing a math game.
But people are afraid that if kids are only playing, that they're not actually learning.
Well, people were afraid of TV. They were afraid of video that will steal the movie industry. They're afraid of TV that will corrupt the youth. Look at today's industry. A lot of the leaders were like kids that were playing games. What are we talking about? The 80s, the 90s, they're already like 30, 40, and they played games all the time. It adds multi-sensors. It adds the ability to do multitasking. It enables you to look. People were thinking that games are very like, the gamer used to be an isolated loner, have no friends. It's totally different right now. Go to a school. I know people are afraid of that also, bring, handsets to schools. But go to my daughter's school, you have like 6 kids around one game. But, we as adults look at it and say, oh, let them play basketball. Oh, let them play outside. So what? This is the type of game they play. This is great, and this is great. We're trying to put 2 worlds together. That's what we're trying to do.
Okay, Land of Venn is getting excellent reviews. What's the future plans for Imagine Machine?
There are around 9 more games in the math field. The future is what we're going to do, make out of it. We try to bring math fun into the game world and enable kids to explore math in a really fun way that they want to play regardless of school, regardless of class.
Sounds amazing. Well, thank you very much for coming here.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
We're moving on now for something, well, much less educational. The radical feminist group Femen has released a video allegedly showing the kidnapping of a priest in protest against a scheduled visit by Pope Francis to the European Parliament. A statement accompanying a shaky recording published on social media claims the abduction is real. The group claimed they will not release the priest unless Pope Francis' official visit to the European Parliament in Strasbourg on November 25th is cancelled. Before everyone managed to freak out about the militant feminists, the group came out and admitted the video was, well, fake, but hey, it's a good fake. Yes, okay, that's fake. Okay, Sony's PlayStation used to be a revelation, not only for games, but for advertisements as well. Sony used to be on the cutting edge of advertising games. Well, this era, it seems, is well past gone. Today, Sony pulled a TV ad that was supposed to show off the remote play features, including in PS4S, Vitas, and select Xperia smartphones, but what it showed off was a company that lost its touch. The result is an embarrassing ploy to attract gamers via sex appeal. It's sexist and not funny, and Sony, well, they should have known better than that. Just look at it.
I know you've already done it today. And I bet you really enjoyed yourself. How many times did you do it yesterday? Are you afraid you're doing it too often? In your bedroom under the blankets? Or perhaps you prefer the kitchen? Or on the toilet? Or do you like it out in the garden? Well, you know what? You no longer have to feel ashamed. Everybody's doing it because it's fantastic. And now you can keep going all day long. Don't you like that? You don't even need to stop. And if you want to, you could even join me.
Yuck. Shame on you, Sony. Shame on you. Remember last year when Google unveiled a new Chrome experience that was inspired by the movie The Hobbit, The Dissolution of Smug? Well, they're back with vengeance. To recap, A Journey Through Middle-earth features an interactive map of Middle-earth built with HTML. You can zoom in to explore locations, learn their history, and meet the characters. Now, to mark the conclusion to the Hobbit trilogy, Google has given the Chrome experiment a revamp, introducing a battle game where you can pit your wits against friends, all built to fit a web browser. It's really amazing. Let's play. Super cool. Yeah, looks nice. And now for a little bit of the social watch. The creative directors at Studio C, well, they have put together an hilarious sketch about the greatest goalkeeper never to walk the earth. Scott Sterling, that's his name. With more than 10 million views, a lot of people try to understand if this video of the brave goalkeeper is real. Well, it's not, but it's still pretty funny. Take a look.
Yes, he does. Here he goes, winding up for the shot, and oh! The cannon has fired! Back now to Scott Sterling. He looks a bit worse for wear, but ready for round two. And Shaw takes a moment. Here he goes with the approach. Oh! Sterling with a fantastic dive. The ball flies straight through his hands and once again strikes him straight in the schnoz. And let's see it again on the old instant replay. Oh, every inch screams Scott Sterling is back! He's still in the game! Oh, my! And he's taking a very odd tactic now. Seems to be curling up to protect his face. Still waiting for the kick to happen. He's probably wondering when. Oh! Sweet butter crumpet! My, the ball face. He literally just has to kick it anywhere except where Sterling is sitting. There is no possible way that North Carolina can mess up this shot. He seems to be crawling away from the goal. What is he doing? He's throwing away the bat. Sterling has done the impossible! I can't believe it! Look at that! He played it just right.
You see funny, I see violent. That's the difference between us both. Okay, that's it. The show is over. Thanks very much for watching. We will be here tomorrow with some more of The Tube. You can log on to our Twitter and to our Tumblr. It's TheTube24. And always remember, strong minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Weak minds discuss people. That's Socrates. Goodbye. See you tomorrow.